Well, Southeast Louisiana, they've got the same staff. They've been doing a pretty good job rebuilding. They've got themselves a lot of talent. They went out and got a quarterback out of Oregon, and this kid's very talented on defense and offense. They've got a fair amount of people returning. The key there is they also included a fair amount of junior college transfers. So they're gearing up. They're a very good team. Now, as far as camp's concerned, I thought we had a very good camp. I thought, all the way back from January, I could see a different team. I could see a great personality. I could see an energy. There's a very good work ethic. I like the leadership among the team. Even when you look at the captains, Spencer Davis is a junior voted captain. It's always good to see a younger kid sometimes step up as a captain. Carbo's doing a very good job as captain as well. They're speaking to the team. There are other leaders on the team that I think are very, very efficient as leaders. And so that takes us to camp, which has been very good because of the team energy.
Coach, getting back to Southeastern Louisiana, the quarterback in Oregon, he's kind of a dual guy, isn't he? Kind of like some of your quarterbacks, run and pass?
Oh, yeah. When you look at the Oregon offense, and we've seen this kid on film, he played against Tennessee Tech, for instance, last year. You can see the mobility. He's got the strong arm. He's got some good height to him. He'll be able to run the option football well, but he can also throw the football well. Now, that's one of the things we have to concern ourselves with. We have to prepare a little bit more in other phases to get ready because it's a completely different quarterback than they had last year.
I know they have a real dangerous kick guy too, don't they? Kick return guy.
Oh yeah. They've got speed, and when you look at their roster, this guy's from all over the place on their roster, and so they go out and they've been recruiting well.
I know they've kind of been down for a while. They really kind of got rejuvenated, I guess, last year. They seem like they're kind of on the upswing, I guess.
Yeah, I thought last year they turned it up, and I want to say their record was 6-5, if I'm not mistaken.
5-6. They did good in the conference, 5-2. Yeah.
And you can see where they were improving as the season went on. Well, we exchanged all the film, so we were able to kind of study and take a good look at what the different things they did. And you can see the progress as their season went along, especially in conference play.
First game, I know you always, with so many new guys going to be playing for the first time, you're kind of anxious to see how they'll react. I'm sure. I guess you always are, huh?
First game, I'm anxious anyway. I want to see. Every team has its own personality, and you really learn a lot in our minds from what we classify as preseason. And we go on the road the first 3 games, and I think it's going to be really interesting. This first one, getting on a bus, long trip, going into a hostile environment, and watching our young kids step up.
I guess long trip. You leave Tuesday to kind of split it up some?
Yeah, we leave Tuesday night. We've got the Booster Barbecue Tuesday night, and we'll hop the bus and start the trip.
What I noticed on the step chart, a lot of true freshmen listed as backups. I mean, probably more than you've had a long time. I know when you signed that class, you were pretty high on it. So that's kind of been proven out by these guys making their mark.
That it really has, because in a lot of cases, those true freshmen are there not because of necessity. It's because they earn spots. It's a little bit different when you bring them in and they have to be backups. But in a lot of these cases, these kids earn these spots.
And other than the ones listed, you envision, just as it goes along, different freshmen playing too, just to see how it goes?
We have to see. We've got a couple kids nicked up, a couple true freshmen nicked up, and we have to see how they're going to go. We don't want to play kids this early if they're nicked up, especially freshmen, because if you could have situations where you can't redshirt some kids. And the goal for us is to get to conference play ready to go. We want to be nice and healthy at that point. So,
have you ever? Is this got to be probably one of the youngest teams you've had in terms of maybe not many seniors going to start, and a lot of freshmen, redshirt freshmen, sophomores playing?
I think we have 8 seniors. Actually 7 now, and we started out with 8. And You know, we've got more playing experience than people might think. I think we're a little more talented, physically talented than people might think.
But I mean, as far as actual, just the young classification of the kids, that's a lot, isn't it? You're probably one of the youngest you've had in that way.
You know, I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
You know, I know we're young, but I have not even compared them to the other classes and all that. Typically, we run about, probably our lowest number may have been about 14 or 15 seniors, and as far as senior contributors.
Yeah.
But we've got a nice group of sophomore and junior contributors.
I mentioned the other day, you look like you got a lot of good young talent, which got to be kind of exciting. I mean, I guess you always want more experienced guys, but it's kind of good for the next few years to have that good young talent.
Well, at some point you're going to be talented and older too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's always good.
Coach, you just named Kyle Snyder the quarterback to start yesterday. Had that unfortunate injury this time last year. How excited is he, and how excited are you to see what he can do in a game situation?
Well, I'm sure he's excited. You know, he's been excited all camp. You know, it's been a very good quarterback competition. I was really impressed in the way these kids competed. You know, and you know, everyone thinks it was a two-way competition. It really was a three-way, and our fourth kid, Peoples, came back in the fall camp prepared and ready to go as well. So I was really impressed with all four of the quarterbacks this fall camp.
You envision, depending on how the game goes, playing more than Kyle at the position, or you see how it goes?
Well, that's a see how it goes type of thing. You know, it's not against any rules of ours to play two quarterbacks. We don't have any real stigmas there. If we can put two on the field, we'll put two on the field. But we don't have a plan as opposed to, well, we're going to play two quarterbacks, but it can happen.
Coach, looking at the running back spot, are you going into the season opener? Are those three guys pretty much going to share the carries this first game, or?
Yeah, you know, when we get, first of all, running backs, another group that I thought competed extremely well in fall camp. And, you know, and you also have to include Coleman, of course, at fullback. But, you know, Little Mac, I thought, did a very good job. Lewis Washington came in, and, I mean, he's 200, and he says 235, but he moves extremely well. And, I mean, he came in shape and competed very well. And DeMichael is a kid that started out a little slow and came on real strong near the end of camp. You know, he was hampered a little bit with little minor nicks. We'll see how it goes. Typically, you'll use anywhere from 2 to 4 running backs in one game according to our style and how we play.
I know you had some good-looking freshman running backs too, but with those three guys, if they stay healthy, would you rather not play the freshman or see how it goes?
In a perfect world, you'd rather not play the freshman. You want to give, one, you've got some upper-class kids, you want to give them the opportunity, and they're ready. And two, you'd like to be able to redshirt some if you can.